So, do the Packers really have a chance of making the playoffs now? Is it time that we take the Vikings seriously? And did the Colts turn this past week? Well, we're going to see if we can answer those questions and many more as we get ready for week 11. Yes, we are at week 11 right now, and it's time for another edition of Fantasy Football Fever, which starts right about now. Hey, how goes it, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Fantasy Football Fever. It is Tuesday night, November 15th, 2022. Great to have you all with us here on Facebook and Twitch. And my name is Tim McClellan, of course. And joining me tonight, of course, is our commissioner, Mr. John Natale.
Hello.
Yep. And on location, somewhere in the great Empire State, riding on the bus here, about to walk off, is our good friend John Flynn.
Hey, what's up, guys? And just as I introduce myself, once again, I get off the bus. So,
Well,
so isn't nice to have a cute entrance? So like Bob Barker for 35 years on The Price is Right, and Drew Carey for the last 16.
Yeah.
But I think we've got a lot of football to talk to. We got a lot of storylines we got to get into. With 4 weeks left in our fantasy regular season before the playoffs, and I know I officially secured a spot in the playoffs like a couple of weeks ago. But I'm now 9-1, have the best record in the league, and once again scored the most points in the league this week, and I beat the guy who scored the second most points in the league. So I think Tim.
Second time you did that this season.
Yeah. So I think that could be a good segue for Tim to show us exactly what I mean by that.
If this thing will cooperate with me,
Yeah, there we go.
I have it up on mine just yet.
Yeah, we hear your voice, but no movements.
I don't know why this thing is going slower than usual.
Yeah.
Y'all got it up on there? Here we go. We're getting it right here. It's just going slow on my end. Well, anyway, first of all, I got another victory under my belt this past week. I took down Casey by a score of 119.4 to 97.36. I had Wilson Garoppolo in the Tennessee defense kind of helping me out in that victory.
The benefit of your defense facing Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So that puts me at 4-6 in the Yabba Dabba Doo division, 4th place. Casey goes down to 6-4. He is holding 2nd place in the What's Up Doc division. And then we had Irene in a nice little victory over Dino. She won by a score of 139.54 to 133.5. Thanks to Terry McLaurin, Tom Brady, and who's that? Moore?
Probably DJ Moore.
Rondell Moore.
Yeah, Rondell Moore. So that brings her record to 4-6, 4th place in the What's Up Doc division, while Dino drops to 6-4, but still 1st place in the Yabba Dabba Doo division. Mr. Flynn got himself another victory once again, putting him at 9-1, still holding on to 1st place in the What's Up Doc division. And I think he still has a number 1 seed. He defeated Andrew by a score of 190.98 to 161.3. Justin Fields with a field day, 43.38 fantasy points. Christian Kirk with Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot believe none of you picked him up on the waiver wire. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Justin Fields the last 2 weeks has. I mean, I started Lamar Jackson last week, and Lamar Jackson was off this week, so the perfect replacement for him, my guy Justin Fields, and he's becoming a cheat code right before our very eyes, guys.
Yeah, I think he's really starting to warm up, man. I can't actually say that he is the quarterback for the Bears' future, but if he keeps playing the way he has been, he could be on his way. So like I said, Flynn is 9-1, first place in the West Updike Division, while Andrew goes down to 2-8, fifth place in the Yabba Dabba Doo Division. Um, hate to hear about this one. It was Nick Dennison over John Natale by a score of 132.8 to 121.9. Nick
Two, two,
holds third place in the West Updike Division with a record of 6-4, while Natale drops to an even 5-5, second place in the Yabba Dabba Doo Division.
Tua saves Nick Dennison once again.
Yeah. And CD Lamb for
We
that
had
matter.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had a big game against Green Bay.
yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah. Me
CeeDee
losing
Lamb
it
did
hurts.
score
Hurts
38
really hurt.
points to a low. Yeah. And it was to a time once again, and 29.4 fantasy points for Nick. And wrapping up the recap, it was Alex Putnam with a victory over Adam Oliver, 114 to 134, 114.34 to 108.84. Thanks, even though Patrick Mahomes did score 40.14 fantasy points for Adam. Yeah. Tell you, Patrick Mahomes, they're already want to say Patrick Mahomes is a good contender for MVP.
Yeah,
We'll just see what
if
happens.
Mahomes,
So why don't we
so,
go?
yeah,
Where's
if the
that link?
season were
There
to
it
end,
is.
yeah, and if the season were to end
Yep.
today, Patrick Mahomes would be the MVP. And I said he was the best quarterback in
Yeah. What?
football going into the season.
Okay. Let me get that again. I just had to put slowly. And I noticed that we're having a little problem with streaming over on Twitch. So you people on Twitch, I apologize, but there's just a little bit of a error. Uh, okay, something's wrong here. I'm trying to share the screen here. Hold on. This is. I mean, out of all the weeks that would have this one's slow pretty good. I'll tell you what. Here we go. I think we got it. I gotta see if I can talk to somebody to see about how we can improve the performance level of my laptop here. I mean, it's just so crazy here. But I mean, if y'all can look at the I mean, is it coming up
Not yet.
for you
It's
right
spinning
now?
around.
Oh, once again, all
There it
right.
is.
So once again, Flynn holds the number one seed overall. He would be taking right now if the playoffs were to start. He would be taking me on because I'm right now holding the 8th and final playoff position. So I guess you could say I'm on the bubble, as they say. Right here, Dino would be at the number 2 seed. He would take on Irene, who would be at number 7. The number 3 seed would be Casey, and he would actually take it on the number 6 seed, which is Alex. And then Natalie would be the number 5 seed. And if the playoffs were to begin this week, he would be taking on the number 4 seed, Nick Dennison. So So correct me if I'm wrong. There are, including this week, there are 4 weeks left.
11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 4.
So 4 weeks, including this week. So
Yes. Playoffs are 15, 16,
hopefully we
17.
can. Yep. So we'll just go ahead and switch this over to the.
Yeah, and still nobody's been eliminated yet either, so it's still gonna be very close.
Take a look at our matchups for this week here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will be taking on Nick Dennison. And of course we got time to make some changes. Right now I'm projected at 72.3. He is at 67.8. So we gotta switch. I know we gotta switch some people because we got bye weeks, but we'll go ahead and we'll mention those bye weeks right before we get to our NFL picks. Flynn is going to be taking on KC. Right now, Flynn is projected at 151.4 to 103.2. He hurt so good. I thought Natalia, I thought you were going to have another name change.
Yeah, I don't have one prepared yet. Probably for next show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or he's getting a second opinion first. I want to make sure he's actually out before I do anything. But more than likely he is.
Okay, so he might be out right here. So okay, who is that knock? Oh, that's Flynn. Oh, Flynn, he is back in his own studio. Let's bring it back in here.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Here we go. There he is, back in his normal habitat.
Yeah.
In first place.
Yeah. And we got a little tour of his New York area,
All right.
kinda.
Yep. Yeah, Urso. Okay, Natalia, we go up against Dino. Dino has a 140 even to 114.3 advantage right now. This week, Irene will take on Adam. Adam has an edge right now, 124 even to 64.8. And the Georgia Crusher, that's Adam. He'll be taking on Alex. And right now, it's Andrew against Alex.
Yeah, this is virtually a must-win game for
right
Andrew.
Now has the edge. Yeah, definitely. If he wants to keep his chances of making playoffs, going to need probably a win and maybe a little bit of help, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he has the edge 136.9 to 95.5.
Yeah, if he wins out, he's in.
So right now, and we. Yep. Yeah, go ahead, Flynn. You were saying.
I'm saying if Andrew wins out, I'd be shocked if he misses the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be really weird. Win out and miss the playoffs. So, but we still got a lot of time. Got checking them waiver wires, all that. I'll probably do that right. I'll probably do it early in the morning before I go to work here. So,
yeah. Our deadline here is coming up too. I believe I have it for the 30th.
What's that?
No, I think our trade deadline here, I believe, is the 30th, if I remember correctly.
Oh, our trade deadline on November 30th. So
I think so.
I
don't remember the date I set it for exactly. I think I just used the custom setting.
They might be interested.
Yep, it's November 30th.
Right.
Yeah, we haven't had too many trades here. I think two or three trades so far.
No, but I mean, all of us have relied on our drafting and rushing to the waiver wire.
Yeah, I know. Irene and Nick did a trade. I think Andrew did a trade with somebody else, and he did a trade with me.
And that trade between Irene and Nick is the reason why Nick is relevant.
There it is. Yeah, that's true. So why don't we go ahead and get to how we did last week? Straight up picks and spread picks. It should be on Windows anytime soon. All right. Flynn and I both went 8-6 straight up. Flynn did a little bit better than me against the spread, went 10-4, while I went 7-7. Meanwhile, Natalie went 6-8 straight up, but went 7-7 against the spread. So far for the season on our straight up picks, Flynn has 94-54-1. I have 88-61-1. And Natalie has 86-63-1. Meanwhile, our picks against the spread so far this season, Flynn is at 79-68-3. I'm at 75-72-3. And Natalie is 65-82-3.
So 10 games behind Tim and 14 games behind
those are
me.
pretty much our yeah. You're right there. So that's basically how it looks from that standpoint. So let's go ahead and share the screen again to our. Let's get that picture up here. Yeah, let's get that one up. This is week 11 in the Here are the matchups and the point spreads for this week. And just to let y'all know, there are 4 teams that are on bye week for week 11 this week. So those teams are the Jacksonville Jaguars, Miami Dolphins, Seattle Seahawks, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So remember, if any of y'all have any players who play for any one of those 4 teams, Jags, Dolphins, Seahawks, and Bucks, just go ahead and bench them or drop them if you need to, because of course they're not going to do you any good this week. So unfortunately, I guess that means Marine be her favorite quarterback play, but just the same. I mean, we gotta show her some love.
Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play, like Julio with them.
Yeah, and also if you have guys like Kenneth Walker, if you have Tua, if you have Tyreek Hill, who I do admire the league.
Yeah, they're going to be taking a risk this week. So, like I said, put them on your banner. You have to drop them. I don't really like dropping them because some may be able to pick them up before you can when the next week arrives. So, but that's the risk you take sometimes when you play fantasy football. But anyway, let us go ahead and dive into week 11. Of course, we always start with a Thursday night game on Prime Video. This week, it's the Tennessee Titans. They're heading to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Packers are picked 3-point favorites on this one. So, Flynn, let's go ahead and get this thing off.
All right, so this is a very interesting matchup because think about why Green Bay was able to beat Dallas. That they were able to exploit some holes in Dallas' secondary, particularly when it came to those deep balls to Christian Watson, who had a terrific game, catching 3 touchdowns and having over 100 yards receiving. So that was his coming out party. But I think Tennessee is so well coached. Mike Vrabel is quietly in the discussion once again for NFL Coach of the Year with the way his Titans have been playing since dropping their first 2 games. They're comfortably in first place in their division. And I think the team with the better defense is going to win this game. And if you told me that the team with the better defense in this matchup is going to be Tennessee, I would laugh you right out of the room. But that's exactly how I see it. I think the team with the better coach and the better defense is going to win this game. So I'll take the Titans to win this game 20-17 over the Packers.
Oh, nothing more. Are you ready for me?
Yeah. So I finished doing my thing, so you can go.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear Tim say anything, so I'll go with it, I guess. Yeah, this one was kind of a tough one for me.
Just out there.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. There was a delay there. Yeah. This one was a close one. I was kind of going back and forth in this one, but somehow, I don't know why. I have a feeling that Rodgers is back. I think he's going to get his mojo back here, and they're going to beat the Titans 27-21. So I'm gonna take the Packers outright here.
Yeah, to win and cover.
Yeah.
Taking the Packers 27-21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Packers too. I think they got a little bit of a mojo back with them since they had the 5-game streak. Of course, they broke that streak against the Cowboys last week. Although, I'll say something about that later. But Tennessee is pretty much an okay team. But of course, as I've always said, Lambeau is not really a good place to try to get a victory over the Packers because, of course, the cold weather, it seems like the when they thrive the most. So give me the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to say, let's call this, let's see, maybe 3 touchdown passes from Rodgers. That's 21. Then maybe go 27. 27-20. Give me the Packers to win and cover pretty substantially. So now we go to the Sunday matchups. The noontime matchups at 1 p.m. on the East Coast, of course. Interesting matchup in Atlanta. The Chicago Bears are taking on the Atlanta Falcons over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Falcons coming into this one as 3-point favorites, but that might be a little deceiving a little bit. So, Flynn, what do you think about this ad?
Yeah, I think this was the single toughest game of the week to pick in terms of picking the winner. Now, I'm going to take the Bears with the points. I think this is a competitive game. Justin Fields has just been magnificent over the last couple of weeks. I mean, he had the 178-yard rushing performance against Miami. He was tremendous against the Lions. So I think this is going to be a game where I think it's going to come down to what team has a better coaching right now. And I think, although I really like Matt Eberflus, I think Eberflus is the right coach. It's just a matter of finding the talent to surround Justin Fields. But I think Atlanta is gonna win a close game here. So I have the Falcons winning 27-26, and we'll see when Tim comes back. So Natalie, what do you got?
Yeah, this one was a close one for me. This is kind of like your typical toilet bowl game. Both teams are pretty boring, and this one was kind of a coin flip. But in the end, I think the 3-point spread is spot on. The Bears will cover the spread. Falcons will still win the game 23-20.
All right, so
I'm going with the spread right on the nose.
All right, so we get that. We'll see. Tim's up. We got Tim back. So the tally picked the Falcons to win 23-20.
Okay. Well, like I said, Justin Fields had a field day last week, and I think he may put up another one. Sometimes we just don't know what Falcons team we're going to be looking at, but I think Justin Fields is starting to really warm up and kind of give the Bears kind of a slight, maybe a little bit of a nudge toward maybe a wild card in the playoffs. Actually, for that, I gotta put that thing back up there. And the move this over here. Have real problems here. I'm just trying a little bit. So, yeah, this is my week. If we can get this thing to play. Well, actually, I don't know, wait. I don't know what's going on, but this is special. I'm taking the Bears over the Falcons by a score of 28-24. Justin Fields, I don't know if he's still going to have that kind of a day they had last time, but I got the Bears winning this one. Okay.
All right, so it looks as if Tim is going has some more audio and video problems again. So I think we got to continue on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on right here. Cleveland Browns at Buffalo Bills. No, wait. That's the next one screen here. Yeah, let's go to that one here. Carolina at Baltimore. Baltimore is 12-point favorites, and I guess that sounds kind of right to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, the 12 points seems a lot in this game because traditionally the NFL does not allow Baltimore to win pretty. So, but they're coming. But the thing that I think what traps me is that the Ravens are coming off a bye while the Panthers are coming off a long rest after the Thursday night win over the Falcons. So with that being said, both teams are pretty set in terms of rest. So both people well rested going into this game, but I think the Panthers do just enough defensively to ensure they cover. But I've got the Ravens with Lamar Jackson winning the game 28-18.
Okay. Yeah, I also agree. The 12-point
right
season.
there.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. The 12-point spread is a little high, and the Panthers got a much-needed win. And the Ravens are still doing okay, even if they don't have Mark Andrews. I think they'll still be fine. And I do think the Panthers will cover the points, but they're still going to lose this one by a score of 24-14. And I can't believe I'm doing.
You're going with Baltimore.
I was about to say this. I forgot to say this. I got fooled last time, but with my lock of the week, but not again. I won't be fooled twice. Lock of the week on this one.
Ooh. All
Yeah,
right.
I picked the Eagles last time and it backfired, but I won't be fooled twice.
No.
So, is this his lock?
Yes, it is.
Yep. I totally blew it last time by picking Philly.
51-10.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead now.
Oh, Natalie. No wonder you're. No wonder Natalie's 8 games behind me in the standings.
Yeah.
Well, forgive you this time.
Yeah, and last week I said I wasn't going to have one, but I changed it. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
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 Well, this is actually not going to be my lock of the week. I got one planned later, but I actually do see the Panthers. They're going to make it interesting. I see the Panthers covering the points, but I do see Baltimore winning outright. Give me the Ravens to win 31-21. Ravens with the victory, Panthers the points.
Oh, we all went with a 10-point spread here.
So now we go to Cleveland at Buffalo. Over at the Highmark Stadium at Orchard Park. Buffalo. Yeah, it's 9.5 for the Bills. So Flynn, I can see the Bills back. How about you?
As long as the game is not close, I think you feel pretty good about the Bills. But this was something. This was one of the main points I said on my podcast yesterday. The Bills have 3 losses of the season, but all by a combined 8 points, and this is a similar pattern to what we saw last year with this team. Inability to win close games, and that those are the types of games that cost you a chance for opposing teams having to go to Buffalo deeper into the playoffs. So I think that but here's the thing with this game. So one team is near the top, one team isn't particularly any good. Now, so Cleveland has 2 more weeks left before Deshaun Watson returns in his return to Houston. But I just think the Bills are the all-around better team. Looks like Josh Allen didn't have any issues with his elbow last time. So not only do I have Tim, not only do I have the Bills winning this game 34-17, I also have this, Tim, as my lock of the week. So, yep. Lock of the week. Bills.
Very well there.
Looking back.
Go.
Looking back now, I probably should have made this one my lock of the week, but too late to change it now. But the Bills are definitely coming off a ridiculous loss. During that last drive, they probably should have just taken the safety or just tried to run around in circles and stuff to milk the clock. But that was terrible play calling. I think they're going to learn their lesson this time. They're easily going to win this one 31-17.
Yeah, that should have been your lock of the week, Natalie.
Yeah.
But I digress.
All right, and I will agree. Yeah, I'm going to go with the consensus. I took the Baltimore Ravens in a very convincing fashion. No, we already talked about it. So we're talking about the Bills now. I am going to take the Bills in convincing fashion. They got a little beat last week. They're not going to stay. They're going to go down without a fight. So give me the Bills to round up those Cleveland Browns by a score of 5-2. Bills are going to win convincingly and hold their spot atop the AFC Eastern Division. And right now, our next game is this one might be a snooze fest. It's the Washington Commanders against the Houston Texans. Commanders coming in at 3-point favorites. Flynn, I don't think this game is even worth watching. I don't know about you.
Better coach, better quarterback, better defense. Washington wins 21-17.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is pretty much a snooze fest. I'd be surprised if anybody wants to watch this game. This one is probably going to be the lowest combined point total. 3 points is slightly low, but not that low. It's still going to be a 1-score game. The Commanders are still going to win though, 24-20.
Okay, I got part of Natalie's score. 24 what?
24-20, Tim.
I'm still at Columbus over here, so have both of
24-20.
y'all taking
Here, I'll write it.
Commanders.
I'll write it down. Here we go.
24-20 Natalie. And Flynn, what did you say?
21-17.
Okay. All right. Let me just check that. Let me check this here. 24-22. Except this time I'm going to give just a little bit. A little gracious on my points. I'm going to give it to the Commanders' fast score of 27-21. I don't know why these problems are coming up right now. We now have the Philadelphia Eagles going into take on the Colts. Eagles are 7.5-point favorites. Eagles, of course, had their first loss last week. Colts got a big win last week. So, Flynn, what do you see on this one? Who you got?
It's crazy to think with all the gloom and doom with the Colts that they're still in the conversation to make the playoffs. They're only a half game behind the Patriots for the last wild card spot in the playoffs. But now their sides are beginning to turn up after Jeff Saturday led the Colts to a win over the Raiders and Josh McDaniels and all that. But so they need a new voice. They need a new energy. And Jeff Saturday, who never coached in college, who never coached in the National Football League, is already 1-0 as a coach in the NFL. So, but with all that being said, the Eagles are the better team, and I'll take them to win 23-17 over Indianapolis.
Okay, let's see.
All righty, then.
I'm just checking my
Flynn,
notes.
what do you? Natalia, who you got?
Yeah, I see this game kind of going back and forth. I think both teams are going to put up some pretty big points. I think Jonathan Taylor, he's due for a bounce back. He's going to get it. However, they're going to come up a bit short. The Eagles are going to rebound from their loss and win 30-23.
All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and once again make it unanimous. Eagles, that was just a what do you call it? Just a flesh wound. Last week, Eagles just had a flesh wound. They're just going to pick them up and dust themselves off and come back with a big one here. So give me the Eagles over the Colts. Get a score here of a 20. We'll go 27-24. Give me the Eagles, or those damn chickens I like to call them. Give me the chickens over the horses. That's what I say here. Hey, we got someone watching us.
Yeah, my guy, the great
it's
Alex
Mr. Pizzle himself, Alex Putnam.
And look at Tim. Yeah, and look at Tim already putting up
Alex,
the
bye weeks are boring. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and promote the show for tomorrow night, and of course every Wednesday night during the regular season. It's of course a little show that I'm a part of on Wednesday nights. If I can get that damn thing up there.
Yep, we see it.
It is.
It's up there.
4 Horsemen of Pick'ems, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/apizzle90. That is the address you need to go. Tomorrow night, every Wednesday night. So, Alex, thanks, man. Thanks for watching this. But it looks like the bad news is Alex is going to have to find another game to watch since his Dolphins are on the bye. But Finn's up. So we'll just go ahead and acknowledge him for that. Acknowledge him for catching us on the show here. Next game we're going to classic rivalry in the AFC East. So we got the New York Jets against New England Patriots. Patriots come in at 3.5-point favorites. So Flynn and classic matchup. Go.
Yeah, I think that this is the type of game where we said at the both Natalie and I said at the start of the season that the Jets and Patriots were going to split their season series. Well, but I think we were right on this one. But we had the roles reversed. The Patriots went on the road 3 weeks ago at MetLife, and now 3 weeks later, I think the Jets go into Foxborough, and the Jets have not lost a road game all year. I think that trend will continue. I'll take the Jets in an upset special. They win 27-24 over the Patriots.
Interesting. Ooh. Yeah, well,
we gotta sound the alarm on this one. Oh my goodness! If the thing will start here, if the thing will start here, all right, all right. Hold on. Let's get the thing going off here. This thing's not cooperating with me.
Yeah, but we're fine without it. So
Oh my gosh. All right. We got it here. Upset special.
Yeah.
Flynn is going with the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. While that may be true that I said
It's a
they were
little
going to
bit
split
late on that.
Yeah.
Late on
Early
that.
than
Go
never.
ahead.
Yep. Well, yeah. While that may be true, I said the Jets and the Patriots would split the series. This time, it's hard to pick against the New England at home. The Jets losing Breece Hall, that doesn't help matters. It's all going to come down to the defense here. I think New England's going to do just enough to win here. It'll be a close game. It'll be 28-24 Patriots.
Yeah, so you got the Patriots winning 28-24, so you got the Patriots to win and cover.
I'm going to go with the Patriots, right? Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots on this game. I believe the Jets will cover, but the Patriots will win by a field goal late in the game. Give me the Patriots over the Jets 26-23. This could be an interesting game to watch right now if I have to watch it here. What's in the private chat here? Save this question before we talk about the Giants. Okay.
Yeah, the Giants game will have to be my last. Will be my last pick. I'll send the rest.
Question here. You want me to take that on?
Right. So we'll talk Rams Saints and then we'll talk that question.
What's that, Flynn?
I said we'll talk the next game on the list and then we can talk about that question.
Did you want to talk about this next game or you want to go ahead and see if we can answer the question?
It's as if the one after, because one of the players mentioned is part of the Giants-Lions game. So that could be a good segue into that.
Right. All right. So whoever sent your question, we're going to get to that for the next game. But following the game that we're going to be talking about, we got the Rams and the Rams and the Saints in New Orleans. Rams the Saints are 3.5-point favorites, but that's a little deceiving to me. I I just don't know what team the Saints are going to put on the field. And the Rams have a very serious injury. Flynn, go ahead.
Yeah, you talk about unwatchable, like Natalie thought about Washington and Houston. This is probably the most unwatchable game of the entire week. But yeah, this was the exact same matchup on Championship Sunday 4 years ago when you had the 13-3 Rams and the 13-3 Saints. That I believe this is the first time the Rams have been to New Orleans since that ill-fated NFC Championship game. So, but look, I think the Saints are healthier, and the Rams are a complete and utter mess. So I'll take the Saints to win 19-16. So I'm going to grab the Rams with the points to protect from this game potentially going to overtime. I don't have this going to overtime, but the only reason I have the Saints by 3 is to protect against that situation. Natalie?
Yeah. I mean, the Rams losing Cooper Kupp, that's a huge blow. Had Kupp been healthy, I think that would have been an easy pick for me. I would have said the Rams ordinarily, but since he's out, their star player, it's going to be hard to win games without him. So they might only win 1 or 2 the rest of the way here. But this one, the Saints are going to win this one and cover 26-20. All right, Tim?
Okay, didn't get Natalie's score on there. He said he was going with the Saints on this one.
26-20.
Okay, I got 26.
20.
26-20. Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints against better judgment, even though the great Cooper Kupp is going to be out for at least 4 weeks. He's on the IR. Maybe a chance for him to return, but this comes at a very bad time for the Rams because lose your star player and it kind of changes everything drastically. I'm taking the Saints over the Rams by a score of 27-21. Now, before we get to this next game, we got the Lions and the Giants. Giants are 3-point favorites, but before we actually get into that game, we do have a question that actually concerns one of the Giants players. If I am really starting to get very annoyed by the performance of this year. or is LT? I don't know. Watching us on the Twitch channel. Do you like Barkley and Evans or Tyreek and JT for the rest of the season? Interesting.
Yeah, I think this is easily a Barkley and Evans. Barkley's red hot. He's
really
got the second most scrimmage yards, and Evans has been a pretty solid number. He's hovering between number 1 and number 2. He's going to put up big points
red
too.
hot when he needs to be right now.
And yeah, with Jonathan Taylor's injury history, it's going to be hard for him to put up points.
Jonathan Taylor didn't miss a single game in college or football until the season. Now, he looked healthy. He looked dominant against the Raiders. Now, well, we obviously it's the Raiders and the rush defense is defunct. But this question I could not have circled Tyreek Hill and Jonathan Taylor fast enough. I mean, Tyreek Hill has been the most productive wide receiver in the NFL through 10 weeks. He is off this week for Miami, and Jonathan Taylor can turn a corner. And I think having changes at the offensive coordinator position with and the head coach, I think will jolted Jonathan Taylor. So and also, not only do I say this because Jonathan Taylor and Tyreek Hill were my top 2 picks in my other league. In a 12-team league, I had the first overall pick, and then I picked Tyreek Hill. But I have the confidence in the world that Tua is going to stay healthy and stay dominant with my guy Tyreek Hill. So that's my take.
Oh wow, I got 2 completely different takes here.
Yeah, but So
All right. Well, hopefully I answered your question there, buddy. Appreciate for watching, and yeah, looks like this here. So, Flynn, let's go ahead and talk about he had a little follow-up statement here. Let me highlight that one right here. I got good use out of Barkley, but I thought he was slowly losing form over the last 4 or 5 weeks, up until the most recent week.
I see where he's coming from,
And
because
he had another statement that he put here.
Yeah, Giants' schedule is going to get rougher.
Yeah, and the schedule too. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But in terms of the Giants and the Lions, I think this. Yeah, I think this Giants Lions game is a game where this is going to be all about the offense and the efficiency of it. And Daniel Jones put up the highest passer rating in a single game by any quarterback in the NFL this last week, with a 153.3 passer rating, which speaks to what Brian Dable and Mike Kafka have done for Daniel Jones, completely turning around his fortunes. I mean, he's not thrown an interception in each of his last 6 games, and I think this is going to be number 7 here. Daniel Jones has been so tough, so clutch. Brian Dable would be my pick for Coach of the Year. I mean, he's just been a god in circles at the practice facilities at East Rutherford. So I think the Giants but now credit the Lions for winning the last couple of weeks against the division rivals of the Packers and the Bears. But I just think the Giants are the better team right now. I'll take the Giants to win 34-24.
Wow. Yeah, other than nothing, I have the game a lot closer than that.
Ooh.
Yeah, somehow the Lions are they're getting kind of better here and there for some reason. They know how to put up points. It's crazy. However, as good as they are in putting up points, they're kind of bad on defense. But then at the same time, it's weird. This is one of those weird ones for me. I have this as a low-scoring affair, but oddly enough, I have the Lions covering the spread, but the Giants still winning the game. 23-21 in a squeaker. Giants win.
Wow, Giants win, Lions cover. That is a pretty darn bold bet.
23-21. Wow.
Yeah. This is unfortunately going to be my last pick, because I got to get to bed at work early in the morning.
That's pretty bold? Check this one out. I can also see Okay, well, if you can try to get the rest of your picks in on the chat here, I'll go ahead and share with everybody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down the rest of my predictions.
Have a good night there, Natalia, and we'll talk to you next week.
Alrighty, I'm gonna write my picks here. I'll still be in here if you get to the game.
Alrighty.
If I'm still here in the next game, then I can give the score there. If I'm still here.
Okay, alrighty then. Well, I got a pretty bold prediction myself. I'm also saying that the Lions will cover the spread, but the Giants will win. They will just nip them by their chin. Give me the Giants over the Lions 28-20.
Was it 28-26?
That's how close I'm getting it right there. I mean, the Detroit scoring team, but I say Giants should just need a bit better.
It said, Tim,
28, 26 Lions.
Got it.
Okay, and now we have I know we're having totals here. I said Giants 28, Lions 26. Okay, now we can get to okay, the thing just disappeared once again. I'm going to have to do some serious work on this computer. It's defragmented about a couple of days ago. Anyway, let's get to the next game. Las Vegas Raiders at Denver Broncos. Big AFC West matchup right here. Broncos are 2.5 point favorites. This all looks like this could be best me. So, Flynn, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos to win and cover because the one team is coached by Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels was one of the worst coaching hires in the history of hires. I mean, the Raiders simply just don't get enough credit for how dysfunctional they are. They always melt down when it matters the most, and they lost to Jeff Saturday last week, and now they go up against the Broncos team that has legit defense. I mean, I'll take the Broncos by a field goal over the Raiders.
Hey, my man.
Yeah, I'm still here. This will definitely be my last one now. All right, ready for me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
I made a typo in the.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
over.
I made a
I'm
typo
taking
in the.
Dan for the Raiders. Oh,
Oh,
about to make my pick here, but yeah, we'll get to yours. I'm just gonna say Broncos 27, Raiders 20. Okay, Natalie, go ahead.
yeah, in the chat I made a typo. I wrote Raiders over Broncos by mistake, but I meant to say Broncos because I think the Broncos defense is slightly better. They're I think somehow they're actually gonna cover this spread. This I think is gonna be a super squeaker. As you could see in my score, I have 21-20.
Yeah,
Not Raiders.
yes,
So ignore
yeah,
the Raider typo there.
yeah, but you still have the points with Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did. And yeah, just to make sure you see the rest of the scores in the chat, right?
Yeah, and I already have them down. So,
Perfect. All right, well, guys, have a
Right.
good rest of the show, and I'll talk to you guys next week.
yep.
All right. Bye, Tim.
Alrighty, Tim.
All right, take care, Natalie. That, of course, our commissioner, John Natalie, right? Yeah, I know. We're coming up to my game here. The Dallas Cowboys going up against the Minnesota Vikings over in Minnesota. Uh, Cowboys are actually picked by 1.5. That's that guy. I don't even know how to react to that because Cowboys have been doing okay. I mean, yeah, they lost in overtime last week to the Packers, but I think it was penalties that really killed the Cowboys here. But Cowboys 1.5 point favorites, and the Vikings are just playing pretty good lights out football here. Flynn, how do you see this one?
Yeah, I like your comment earlier about the spread, and I had to check making a list and checking it twice for that matter. And yes, the Cowboys are 1.5 point favorites on the road against an 8-1 team. So, but look, I think I think there are a couple of huge advantages for Minnesota. Obviously, I think Tim talked about the discipline. I think that's on coaching, especially offensively. I don't think there's much of the way in discipline on that, and also the fact that you have Justin Jefferson going for 10 catches and 193 yards against that Bills defense on Sunday, including the catch of the year on 4th and 18 with the game on the line. That was more impressive to me than the Odell Beckham Jr. catch from years ago. But right now, the better team is the Vikings. Vikings are going to win this game, 34-30.
So what is your score right now? What you got?
34-30.
34-30. And who are you taking? The Vikings?
Yes.
Okay, taking the Vikings. Okay. All right. Well, this is
Yeah.
going to be a really rough one there because if they, if I, I mean, if I they had it rough in Green Bay, they're rougher here in Minnesota. I mean, when you got Kirk Cousins, and then you got two great receivers, Adam Thielen, and of course Justin Jefferson, who has really become a great receiver in his young career in the NFL. Um, I may have said it. I don't know if I've said it this season so far, but I think I've said it in seasons past. Yes, I am a Cowboy. I'm also kind of better my standings as far as actually hoping that this does not happen. But I I kind of I hate to do it, but I gotta go with the better team, and the better team right now is the Vikings. I have to go with them right now. I'm going to say probably field goal could do the Cowboys in just like last week, but of course last week in overtime. But God, I hope the Cowboys can really eliminate all those penalties that they had last week because it was all those penalties that really kept the Cowboys from holding on to that 14-point lead that they squandered last week in Green Bay. So give me the Vikings to win this one by a score of 30-27. Although I do hope it does not actually end up that way.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Natalie has the Cowboys 34-31.
34-31. Yes. Yes. The tally has the Cowboys beating the Vikings 34-31. So I'm kind of being realistic, but like I said, hopefully my boys can pull it out. We have the Cincinnati Bengals going into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Bengals are 4.5-point favorites. What do you got here?
Yeah, first of all, I'll give Natalie's pick. He's got Cincinnati winning 20-17. As for me, I just think the Bengals are the better team. They're coming off a bye. I think that's going to be beneficial to them. And also, if the only reason they lost the first time to Pittsburgh was because the Cincinnati gave the ball away 5 times while Pittsburgh had none, and they lost barely in overtime. So I think the Bengals are the better team. I think they have the huge advantage, obviously, at the quarterback, at the wide receiver position. When you think of T. Higgins, when you think of Tyler Boyd, we're still a little bit. We'll still have to see about Jamar Chase. He's not completely 100% yet, but we'll see if he goes on Sunday. But I'm going to take the Bengals to win and cover. They win this game 29-23. Yeah, so we're just waiting for Tim because of this communication issues. But
Okay, so yeah, we're having issues there. So who you got on this one?
I got 29-23 Cincinnati.
29-23 Cincinnati. Uh, yeah, Natali has the Bengals beat the Steelers by a score of 20-17. Um, I know there's a couple of friends of mine, they're Steelers fans. I hate to break their hearts like this, but this is going to be so close that I'm actually predicting the Bengals to win over the Steelers by a score of 24-23. I think it's going to be much, much closer than. Okay. We have another fantasy question coming up.
Oh, you can do it right now.
on the screen here. Page unresponsive. I get the
Let me see if I can see it here. There we go. Deontay Johnson.
I get there.
Yeah, but Sam, we'll have to see what's going up on that. But I think but we'll get to that question in just a little bit. Okay, so we got Sunday Night Football on NBC. We've got the Kansas City Chiefs. They're favored by 6.5 points at home, taking on the LA Chargers. And look, so the tally's got the Chiefs winning 30-23, but I think this is the classic game where we have division rivals going, because I think as we learned against Washington, and I regret taking laying all those points with Philadelphia in that Monday night game last night because of the spread, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win, but I've got the Chargers with the points here. So I have, so in terms of Chiefs Chargers, the Kansas City favored by 6.5. Tim, I have the Chiefs winning 30-27, and the tally's got Kansas City 30-23.
All righty then. Yeah, I'm going to I'll move this way, and I am going to have yeah, it seems like the Chargers just kind of a little bit banged up here and there, and the Chiefs are just they're just rolling, and Patrick Mahomes pulled it out last week, and so give me. I'm going to take the Chargers here. Give me a score. Let's go Yeah, Chargers 31. No. Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs 30. Let's see, Chargers 24. 30. Give me 31-24. Man, I can't even think straight with my laptop. Just
Yeah. Yeah, but we still have picks.
31-24. And now we go to we got one more here. We got the Monday Nighter. NFC West showdown, by the way. It's the 49ers against the Arizona Cardinals. 49ers coming in at 8-point favorites. So, Flynn, last game of the schedule, who you got?
Yeah, so first of all, we're going to put in the tally's pick. He's got the 49ers 32-28. And as for me, I think this was one of the top. This was one of the trickier games to pick against the spread, because I think San Francisco is clearly the better team here, because I mean when you look at the coaching and all that, but I think there's something to be said about the Cardinals in recent weeks with the return of DeAndre Hopkins from suspension. I think Arizona's become a much more lethal team, but because of that. So I think with that, I'm going to take the Cardinals at the points, but I have the 49ers winning this game 29-23 in overtime.
Very, very bold there. Well, I've got I look at the better team, and it's going to be the Niners. I say Jimmy G is going to roll over them, and actually, I'm kind of thinking that the 49ers will only this game, but they will cover the spread so much so I'm gonna go ahead and name the 49ers as my lock of the week.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what's
I'm
your
go
score?
ahead and lock up them Niners.
What's your score, Tim?
So yeah, give me the Niners by a score of 30-21.
All right,
It'll
I
be
see
30
you.
to 21 in favor of the Niners. All right.
All right.
And that,
So
my friends, is going to.
yeah.
Yeah, you're saying go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, thank God with that tonight's episode was a complete mess. So
Yeah,
thank
no, a
goodness.
technical mess. I tell you, I gotta figure out something with this thing here. So hopefully y'all got everything in there. So, and of course, be sure to listen to Hooked on Sports with John Flynn.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to catch me tomorrow night on A Pistol 90s channel. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems. Right there, baby. The 4 Horsemen, yeah. And Natalie will be back with us next week. Right now, I want to close up shop because I want to figure out what the hell's going on with this system right here.
Yeah, you got that all right. Oh, and also, so what are you thinking of TCU? I mean, the TCU's unbeaten, and that they're going to make the playoff if they win out because they had an impressive win against Texas on the road the other night.
Do you have to remind me of that?
I mean,
hook 'em horns all the way.
I mean, Texas was supposed to be good this year, but I mean, and I had this, I had the expectation of Texas winning 10 games. I put an entire behind the scenes video out, so but that was how much I bought into Texas and Sark this year.
Yeah, they're just still they're still a little bit sluggish, not as much as they were last year, but still a little bit sluggish. They're trying to pull them out of the mud, Hopefully, well, it doesn't look like that. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to be playing in one of the New Year's Six games, but I don't know. Maybe the last week of December and one of those bowl games, maybe, but I don't know. But good, hats off to TCU. They're having a heck of a season. So.
Yeah, they are, and it's going to be interesting who they face in the Big 12 championship game, whether it's Oklahoma State or Baylor. It's going to be one of the big games to watch because you have obviously you got Georgia, you got the winner of Ohio State Michigan next week is automatically in because they're going to smash whoever comes out of that Big 10 West, whether it's Purdue or Illinois and all that. So you figure them. I mean, if Clemson wins out, that they're going to put Clemson in, even though I disagree with that concept because a one loss Power 5 conference champion usually makes it. So, but it's going to be. I mean, you got. I think the two big games are in the Pac-12 with Southern Cal and UCLA, and then you've got Utah and Oregon. So, and then the big matchup a week from Saturday is Ohio State and Michigan in Columbus. So it's going to be a thing there.
Yeah, but usually I say the season's not over until Army plays Navy.
So. Yeah, that very 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 true. That's a really good point.
Yeah. And of course, after the Army Navy game, those mediocre bowl games start what 2 or 3 days after?
It's usually like a week because a lot of colleges have finals. And then remember their students, so they're gonna have to be in for finals.
Right. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and close up shop here so I can work on this thing. See if I can get some assistance somewhere on helping to make this thing perform better than it, definitely damn much better than it did tonight. So, Flynn, take care, buddy.
All right, take care.
And take care to all of you out there. Join us next week, same time, same place for another edition of Fantasy Football Fever. For John Flynn and John Natali, I'm Tim McClellan. Thanks for watching us. Enjoy the games. God bless you. And as always, be a good sport.
See ya.